بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد والقائل في كتابه الكريم وجاءت سكرة الموت بالحق ذلك ما كنت منه تحيد. Brothers, let's be real with ourselves. How long do we actually have to live this life? How long do you think you have? How long do you think you have to do more for yourself? The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said that this dunya is like a man walking in a desert. He sees a tree and walks towards its shade and sits under it. A few moments later, he gets up and continues his long journey. This dunya is merely a test. There will be an end. There will be a day in which everything ends. There will be a day where you will stand before God and be judged for what you have done in this life. People in this life come and go. And I dare you to sit with yourself and think, am I ready to die? To be in a hole, buried all alone 6 feet underground, with only my good deeds to help me. The Prophet ﷺ himself, the greatest to ever walk the face of this earth, his end is set. God has already told him he will be going to heaven. Yet he still did everything that a human can possibly do and even more to worship God and feared God the most. Allah says to the Prophet in Surah Al-Fath, إِنَّا فَتَحْنَا لَكَ فَتْحًا مُبِينًا لِيَغْفِرْ لَكَ اللَّهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ وَيُتِمُّ نِعْمَتَهُ عَلَيْكَ وَيَهْدِيَكَ صِرَاطًا مُسْتَقِيمًا. Meaning, we have given you a splendid victory, that God may save you from earlier and subsequent blames, and completes his favors upon you, and guide you on the straight path. Another thing is that some of us put off death. We say that, oh, we're 16, 17, 18, we're young. What we don't know or realize is that we have been putting off everything, most of our lives. In order to succeed in this life and the next life, we got to take care of everything without putting anything off. Allah says, أَمْ حَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ. Meaning, have you assumed that we created you without purpose and that you won't be returned to us? So, everything we do is with purpose. Actions don't die with time. Whatever you're doing or have done is being recorded and will affect you in this life and in the next. But you must realize that you can return to Allah for forgiveness. Allah says in many surah, إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. There was once a story, I'm sure many of us have heard the story, about a man who killed 99 people. So one day, he went to a faqih and asked, will I be forgiven? The faqih told him no. Out of anger, the man killed the faqih, and that made him a killer of 100 people. Then, he set out to find the wisest man in the world. The people told him where he could find the wisest man in the world. He went to the man and explained the situation and asked if he can be ever forgiven. The wise man said, نعم ومن يحول بين العبد والتوبة, meaning, yes, there's no one stopping you or is in between you and your tawbah. And then told the man to go to a certain place to make tawbah and to stay there and worship and not to return to the land that he came from. So the man went. And on his way there, he died. So when the angels came down to take his soul, they fought over where he would go, to heaven or to hell. The angels of punishment want to take him to hell, while the angels of heaven want to take him to heaven. The angel of heaven said, جاء تائبا مقبلا بقلبه إلى الله تعالى, meaning he came to make tawbah with everything he has in his heart. And the angel of death said, لم يعمل خيرا قط, meaning he hasn't even done one good deed in his entire life. So then an angel came in a human form and said, قيسوا ما بين المدينتين فأيتهما كان أدنى فهو له. This means measure between both cities or lands. If he's closer to the land which he will make tawbah in, then he's in heaven. But if he's closer to the one that he came from, then he's in hell. After they measured, they seen that the man was closer to the land bishibr. Bishibr means from your pinky to your thumb, which is very close. If the man that killed 100 people, and this is one of the kaba'ir to kill someone, and he killed 100, can go to heaven or has a chance to go to heaven, then I'm sure that you can if you tried. Just seek forgiveness from Allah, and Allah will help you. May Allah give us success in this life and in the akhirah. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.